So we're in the Philadelphia airport, about to escape Pennsylvania for a weekend and head down to South Florida. Julie's never been to the Everglades, so we got a long weekend down there, and I'm super excited to show her around and hopefully find some awesome herps and create some good content right now, since Up My Ways just hasn't been producing. So we got our tofu poke bowls, eating healthy to start out the weekend. Hopefully we can stay on that same path for the weekend and find some snakes. All right, so I just left my hotel room. We just got here about half hour ago. Told Julie I'm gonna go out and shine for a little bit. Let's see if I can find something in like 45 minutes. It could be worse. It could have been a brown anole, but the first herp of the trip is this sleeping green anole. You can see him down there. You go. He started to dart on me, so here's a good look at him. Green anole. It's these guys are definitely, they're native, but they're the rarer of the anoles down here, with the Cuban brown anoles taking over and out competing them. But in the more natural areas, these guys persist. Second herp of the trip. You see this guy peeking out right here? Cuban tree frog. Kind of surprised he's staying there with me so close. This guy's caught out. Let's get a better look at him. Here he is. Show you some size reference. Small. These guys can get pretty big. An invasive species down here. Cool frogs. Just unfortunately they don't belong here. Last night was fun, but it was a bit of a bust because where I was going to go look for chameleons and stuff is now posted. So I didn't even want to try trespassing, or, you know, I didn't want to get in trouble or anything. So I shined a little bit around some canals and got some sleeping anoles, probably a dozen Cuban tree frogs, saw some sort of Mediterranean gecko, house gecko, Indo-Pacific gecko, whatever it was. And then straddled a snake on the way home outside of the park when I wasn't paying attention, and lost it. So as you can see, the sun is starting to rise here. So I'm getting out early to bird, and then I'm gonna meet up with some people and see if we can find any snakes. So I found the spot on the map, and it looks like there's a lot of dump stuff back here. So I'm gonna try and flip a few things before going to bird. Here's what I was able to see on Google Earth. So there's all stuff back there. I'm gonna spend a few minutes here, see if I can get lucky. Interesting. Right here we have a loggerhead shrike. There he goes. Shrikes are badass little birds. They will hunt anything from grasshoppers to rodents, birds, frogs, or even snakes. They will eat smaller items right away, but they're famous for impaling larger prey on thorns or barbed wire to eat later. Songbirds of destruction. Look at this habitat. This is so unique. There's a lot of life at this pond. I got anhingas, I got terns hunting, I got wood storks, belted kingfisher. I think these are roseate spoonbills. Shit, they are. Flock of roseate spoonbills right there. Here's a better look at roseate spoonbills since they were flying high in the sky. These are one of the birds I look forward to seeing most in southern Florida. I definitely wasn't disappointed this trip, seeing multiple dozens. And here's a better look at an anhinga. I just love the colors around the red eye with that blue and green circling it. Here's a better look at the Forster's terns that were hitting the water as I was watching at Mrazek Pond. And finally, the endangered wood stork. Before this trip, I had only seen 6, and I saw hundreds this one. You want to see something cool? Check this out. The regrets, we have wood stork, we got a roseate spoonbill right there. Directly next to the road in Everglades National Park was the largest rookery or heronry I had ever seen. It had hundreds of snowy and great egrets, wood storks, and a single roseate spoonbill. I think we got 2 manatees in here. I think there's 3 manatees in here. I think. Oh, there's a bunch out there too. See if we can get one more surfacing here. There we go. A nice snake shed here, probably a racer. We have our first snake of the trip spotted by Prestin, a little dusky pygmy rattlesnake. The pygmy crawled back into the vegetation, which is unfortunate because they are cool little snakes. So here's a look at some that I've found in the past. Looks like I have a score to settle with them the next time I'm in South Florida. Next snake of the day is an Everglades racer. There he goes. Better look at this Everglades racer. This is actually the first one I've ever seen not like darting off the road. Yeah, it is pretty. It's like got a grayish blue. All right, so we're gonna let this guy go. I'm gonna leave this guy about his business. He's just chilling there, but it's a pretty cool in situ shot. Second Everglades racer. We have a pretty old faded 3-stripe mud turtle here. I actually heard in the weeds, so now I'm on the board because Preston seems to be finding everything. Thought it was a large lizard, but glad I pulled this guy out, so I'm gonna put him back. Well, here's a pretty big snake. Oh well. So, always got to stop at Robert is here. They got a baby cow. Always a chaotic scene. The big boy iguana up there. It's just a fun place. It's our first alligator. Sitting beside the trail. Just dozing. So this is a red-shouldered hawk. These guys are super numerous down here in the Everglades. As many red tails as you see in my area, they're replaced by red-shouldered down here. The difference is red tails up my way seem to like rodents the most, where these red tails, I mean, they probably eat a pretty general diet, but they love snakes. I'm trying to hike this, but Julie's still eating. The little blue heron right here, working the boat ramp where the crocodiles usually are. This wouldn't happen at home, he'd be long gone. See the boat scars on his back.
Oh. Let's see.
Poor little guy. This is Julie's Lifer America. Oh no, it isn't your Lifer. You saw these in Costa Rica. Huh. Well, this is Julie's first American crocodile. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for part 2 of my Florida trip. Day number 2 was actually one of my favorite days of all time, and I promise it's going to be more action-packed than this day. This is Bob Ferguson with Fascinature reminding you to step into the outdoors.